There's a movement going around right now that is just killing your ball striking. And in fact, one of the best players in the world, or used to be one of the best players in the world, winning major championships, actually has this movement as well. And you gotta wonder, is it ruining their golf swing like it is yours? Now you might be wondering, what is that movement? Well, that movement is whereby the trail leg, or the trail knee, moves out towards the golf ball during the downswing. So when golfers set up to the golf ball, they get to the top of their backswing, everything looks pretty good, and then all of a sudden this right knee, or trail knee, starts to move out towards the golf ball. And what it actually does is it invades the space that your hands need to move into in order to hit that ball in a functional manner. Now, if you do this at speed, what can actually happen, as you can see, is my pelvis thrusts forwards, my upper body stands up, I lose posture, I come up out of my golf shots, and the golf shots that you're actually going to hit as a result of this is a possible fat shot where you're casting the golf club into the ground. You could also top the golf ball, and you can also block the golf ball out to the right. The last shot that you might even hit to compensate for all of these errors is you might actually flip that club and hit the ball way left. So in this video today, I'm going to show you two very simple drills to stop that trail knee moving out towards the golf ball. And that player that I was talking about just before was Justin Thomas. We're going to have a look at why his action is not really favorable and why you should look to fix it. So ideally, what are we looking for when we're coming down into impact if that trail leg is not moving out towards the golf ball? Well, the benefit of that trail leg not moving out towards the golf ball would be that as we get to the top, we can actually allow our backside to quote unquote stay on the wall. So in essence, not early extend. You can see I can stay in my posture as I work into the golf ball, and you're going to notice that my hand path doesn't work out to the right. So essentially you could even shank a ball from this as well. But you'll see here when I do everything correctly, I'm going to stay on the wall, rotate my body, stay in posture, and get my hand path to work around the corner as it should. And most importantly, I'm staying in my posture here and allowing that club to work around the corner into a complete follow-through position. So let's start off with the first drill that we're going to do in order to fix up this issue. And what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the right foot, or the trail foot. Now you'll notice with that flaw of the knee moving out towards the ball, you'll see that this right foot comes off the ground really early in my swing. More importantly, the right heel. You can see that that right heel coming off the ground is going to force that right knee out towards the golf ball, and that's going to force my pelvis to move towards the ball, hand path moving out this way, loss of posture, you can see all of that. So what we want to do is we want a drill to keep that right foot on the ground for a little bit longer. And just be aware, I'm not asking you to keep it on the ground forever. I'm not asking you to hit a golf shot where we just stay on the ground like this. I'm asking you to keep it down just a little bit longer than perhaps lifting it off the ground immediately. Now the drill I want you to do, grab a wedge out of your bag. In this case, I've got a 60-degree wedge, could be a 56-degree wedge, it doesn't really matter. And what we're going to do, we're going to place that wedge under the trail heel. So if you set up to your golf ball with your normal golf club, place that wedge under the foot and stand on it. What we're going to notice here is if that knee shoots out towards the ball, more importantly, the right heel comes off the ground really early, what are we going to notice that club do? That club's going to fall to the ground before I've hit the golf ball. So the goal here would be to make this wedge fall post-impact, not pre-impact. So it's a really simple external cue. It's nothing that we have to think about too much. And we're just going to try and drop that wedge a little bit later in the swing. So if I just walk back and do a couple of practice swings here, watch when this drops. It will be post-impact, not pre-impact. So if I just do a practice swing here, keeping that trail leg on the ground, you're going to notice that when I swung through, that wedge was still under my foot, and it wasn't until after the ball would have been struck that that wedge fell to the ground. So if we place that wedge back down underneath that foot and we set up to an actual golf ball and give this a go, again, watch really carefully when that wedge falls. So as you can see there, with that wedge under my trail foot, my knee didn't shoot out towards the golf ball, and I was able to clear my body a lot easier and hit the ball more solid. So once you've tried drill number 1, I also want you to try drill number 2, because both of these work a slightly different part of the leg in order to achieve the same result. So the wedge under that trail foot works on the right heel, not lifting off the ground. And this next drill, we're going to talk directly about that trail knee. So obviously this whole video is about the trail knee not pushing out. So let's now talk about a drill that can fix that trail knee. Now the drill that I really like is grab an alignment stick, and all we're going to do is set up to a golf ball, and I want this alignment stick to basically go in the ground just outside your trail knee. So you can see if I was to put my alignment stick in the ground and just sit it a fraction outside that trail knee, I'm going to show you exactly what this stick is able to do and help us with. Now when you've got that stick in the right spot, from this face-on view, one thing you're going to note is how that right foot actually moves through the shot. And this is what we call banking the trail foot. So if that knee shoots out towards the golf ball, the direction of the foot's going to move into the toe this way. And what we actually want to see is if this right knee starts to move more inwards, you're going to actually see the trail foot move inwards as well. And most of the pressure is actually going to be on your big toe, on your trail foot. That's where I feel most of the pressure here. Versus if my right knee kicks out towards the ball, we're going to see that I've just lifted the heel and I'm completely on my toes. So that stick just opposite just on the side of my knee there, it's going to help me with actually banking my trail foot as well in order to not get that knee moving out this way. So start off with a few practice swings, load to the top, and learn to get that right knee to move more towards the left knee instead of having it shoot out towards the golf ball. Just a couple of practice swings to feel it, some small shots if you need to. That really feels like a strange concept, but I think it would help Justin Thomas versus hinder him. So let's give this a go. I'm just going to hit a small shot here to begin with to get the feel. So let's give that a go. So you can see I kind of blocked that one, but again, not too concerned with the ball flight until I actually start to ramp the speed up. I might give that one more go at slow speeds. Now, obviously, if I was to do this the incorrect way, you'll notice that my right knee would just completely smash through that stick. So that stick's giving me a really good external factor or external cue in order to keep my right knee more inwards. Let's give this a full shot, full speed, and see if we can do it. So how about I give that another go? That obviously wasn't the greatest, but I'm gonna leave that in this video because it shows you that even though I'm trying to teach you how to do this, you still stuff up from time to time. That was a horrendous strike, completely off balance. I think I hit the stick, so let's give this another go. Maybe I need a couple more little practice swings. Let's give this another go at full speed. And there we go. No cutting out that one. That one was pure, nicely compressed. I didn't hit the stick. So in essence, that right foot or that right knee didn't move out towards the stick, and it lent itself to a nice flush golf shot. So if that's a movement that's hindering your ball striking, I want you to give that drill a go and let me know which one worked best for you, the wedge under the trail foot or the stick running through the ground and into that trail leg. Now, I mentioned Justin Thomas in this video and why I think it would be beneficial for him to get rid of that right leg movement, but there's one thing he has to actually do before that, and it's the depth of his golf swing. So I want you to watch the video on the screen right now to understand exactly what depth means, why it could be bad, why it could be good, and what might be best for you.